Hey guys, I don't know if you're like me, but I love Count the Dings and everything it has to offer. I just can't find everything I need. I know about Cinephobe, and I know about the mailbag, and I know about Bomb, but that's all we do, right, Amin?
No, we do so much more.
What?
Yeah, absolutely. If you sign up, patreon.com/countthedings, you'll find a plethora of other content, fresh content, extended content, the OG pod overflow, the Cinephobe cold opens that we've taken and made their own thing to live only there, the Rewatchingtons, Bomb in its full and unadulterated cut, early drops of Cinephobe episodes, and so much more.
Said the OG pod. Now, is it new or is it old?
Mace, I'm glad you asked that. It is a new incarnation of the old OG pod.
Oh.
So it's me, Zach, Trey, Waz, Tom.
I love those guys.
Just like we always were. Going back to the True Hoop days, we're recreating that magic, recapturing it, and putting it back out. We're talking hoops, we're talking pop culture, and most importantly, we're talking for 40 minutes for free, but then another specific Patreon exclusive segment for every one of those episodes.
Funny enough about that OG pod, you're getting Tom and Trey on Mondays. You're getting me and Waz, aka Zosny, on Wednesdays. Amin's floating in between.
I'm a floater.
You never know when you're going to get Amin in those, so you got to listen to them all.
And what if I'm not sure what Maze looks like? Because I've always thought he's a fat man with a fedora. He's got a weird voice. How can I see for myself what this Maze character actually looks like?
It's crazy you don't know the answer to this because it's the Cinephobe Pod YouTube page.
What?
The CT5s on the Cinephobe Pod YouTube page, you can look at all of us.
You can get all the OG pods on YouTube too, at Count the Dings 1 on YouTube, at Cinephobe Pod on YouTube, patreon.com/Count the Dings gets you everything all in one feed. You can link it to your Spotify. And now enjoy the show.
Okay, you can do this.
I know. Carvana makes it so convenient to sell your car. It's just hard to let go. My car and I have been through so much together.
But look, you already have a great offer from Carvana. That was fast.
Well, I know my license plate and VIN by heart, and those questions were easy.
You're almost there. Now to just accept the offer and schedule a pickup or drop-off.
How'd you do it? How are you so strong in letting go of your car?
Well, I already made up my mind, and Carvana's so easy.
Yeah, true. And sold.
Go to Carvana.com to sell your car the convenient way. When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be.
This episode is brought to you by Experian. Are you paying for subscriptions you don't use, but can't find the time or energy to cancel them? Experian could cancel unwanted subscriptions for you, saving you an average of $270 per year and plenty of time. Download the Experian app. Results will vary. Not all subscriptions are eligible. Savings are not guaranteed. Paid membership with connected payment account required.
Previously on Cinephobe.
I told Bo, expect a fist fight to happen at this wedding because too much in-person Zach time.
Yeah.
The fuck does that mean?
I can only deal with you in like small, limited doses.
Is Fox the moral compass of the film?
There's no moral compass.
There's not a single bit of morality in this movie.
How misguided are you? I feed you a couple of bullshit legal precedents, and there you go. You jump on it like a bitch and eat. Whatever happened to justice? And I bet you take it up the fucking ass, bitch.
Fox wants to make a deal.
What kind of a deal?
Same note too, bro.
Nick tells Clyde he's breaking all the rules right now. He said it. That's bait. Wasn't very stealth of Nick.
Trying to give him a ray of hope.
Ali.
That is a look bursting with live forever energy.
He says, give Chester my regards. I said, oh no, she's dead.
She's dead.
She's dead.
You are dead.
She is dead.
You are dead.
Beep bop boom.
Cars start blowing up left and right in the parking lot.
How do you get locked inside a car?
CT5 worst death.
Now you've seen how bad things can get and how quick they can get that way. Well, they can get a whole lot worse. So we're not going to fight anymore.
You think this dude's gonna take Ed down?
MVP is gonna blow Ed out of the water.
He's the most valuable primate.
You betray the law.
I'm sorry, misogynist. Men are hoes too.
You've said hoes 58 times in this episode, and I'm the misogynist?
You unbelievable, man.
Wait, you guys have notes about 9/11 for this movie?
How do you not?
Yap about this and yap about that and yap all night long. Fucking yap.
It was in my dream. That's not how I feel.
It is how you feel. It was in your dream.
Some of us like to be prepared.
How are you not taking accountability for your mind?
Because I know I'm lying. Like, I know for a fact I'm lying.
You sick little bitch.
It was awful. It was incredibly boring. It was long. It was stupid. It was horribly written. The acting was terrible. It was a huge piece of shit. You're a fraud. It's a phobe.
So everybody just be very respectful.
But he's dead now, right? So we can't make fun of him?
Is he dead? No, if he's dead, we can make fun of him. If he's still sick, we can't.
Hold on.
If he's dead, we can make fun of him.
Yeah.
I don't think we can.
Whenever I hear numbers, my head converts them into chess moves or seats at the garden.
I don't know what happened to you, man. You used to be cool, and then you got blarted.
You tried to peg AIDS on me in the T-Rex episode?
That's my fault for not remembering what century I was in, bitch.
It's been a good run. Thanks for playing. See you at the eulogy.
You want the punani?
I don't require Ed to have a condom because I trust him.
Anthony, you're going to be busy today, huh?
Yeah, it's nothing new, chef.
Host! I am an alcohol segregationist.
That thing's gonna move up like R. Kelly.
Salute to all the old ladies around the world. I love you.
You got horses. What you need are thoroughbreds.
Sometimes my emotions are just roaring like a T-Rex.
That's a lot of pussy.
I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me. News position that 6 officials from the Justice Department were killed in a series of vicious and premeditated attacks. This marks the first time in the history of the United States that the government officials have been, by all appearances, systematically murdered.
What?
Oh, I forgot to mention my golden dumpster, which is right before her car explodes. He says, Sarah! And she goes, meh. Please clip it. I cannot.
We got a Kumite situation.
I'm telling you, it's clear as day.
Once she dies and he's trying to look sad, Gerard Butler took a massive lead for ass off.
Yeah, man.
Massive lead because he does not nail sad there.
That's Jamie Foxx coming for the check. That's what that was.
That's the Anthony Hopkins award. Yeah. Get this check.
Well, they have a couple of those where they say, hey, Jamie, stand here and look pensive while we swing this camera around you.
They're cleared out cars. Detectives found arming signals outside the gates.
Radio beacons.
Security says checked every car before anyone got in. Real precise stuff, too. Could have taken out more if he wanted to. But Nick's car hadn't been touched.
Wow, that's suspicious. Here comes Viola Davis.
Oh, boy.
She wants tactical redundancy from Nick and Cantrell.
She is a hard ass.
Not only do we know who did it, we have him locked up, and he's still killing people?
She's got a good point.
You boys sure fucked this one up. The press is gonna kill us. Can someone explain this to me?
You can't yet.
How did this get away from you, Jonas?
It's complicated, April. He's very smart. He's very angry.
We assume he has an accomplice helping him on the outside.
I'm not having this conversation. I don't care how smart he is or who's helping him.
She's the mayor, and Nick gives his word that they'll stop this guy.
He's like, nope, he's not going to kill any more people.
How could you possibly?
You have 0 leads.
He's at 0% at stopping Clyde.
She's assigned to security, get it under control. He tells his wife and kid, no credit cards, no phone calls, no computers, just cash. You're going to join us, right? He's like, yeah.
Flies to his daughter's face.
Yeah, I'll get to you.
He's not the worst. He doesn't make my list. He's a fringe CT5 worst spouse, though.
Oh, he's kind of a bitch husband.
He's kind of a bitch husband.
No, not a bitch, not a broad husband, but more... Not a good husband.
Kick, save, and abuse.
You can't just substitute a word for bitch and it's not misogynistic anymore.
Look here, you son of a broad.
I kind of like that.
I'm sick of you broading and whining all the time.
You broad ass motherfuckers.
Cops take away the mom and daughter. Phone line's clear. Nothing tampered.
Not before he does the prison hand on the glass thing with his daughter.
Butler gets to walk into an outside area where Detective Con Air and Fox are. They open the gates. He walks up to Fox. Should have taken my deal. And Fox just starts beating the shit out of him.
Bitch. Broad.
6
fucking innocent people. Is that how you want to play this? Huh?
I know you're angry. That's what it takes. That's what it has to be.
Beating him like the dad from Lawnmower Man.
You want to get stupid?
Nick's going back to the deal.
That will never stop being funny to me. Is there a way we can put that in an intro? We got to put that in an intro.
It's not good audio quality because he's so far away.
I don't care.
It's almost like a disembodied voice at that point, right?
Make a whole disembodied voice intro.
Disembody the whole intro. Take the body off.
Hi, Dad.
Peter, I told you not to leave that fucking bike in my way again, didn't I? Didn't I?
I'm sorry, Dad.
Didn't I?
No.
What is wrong with you? I tell you not to play with that moron anymore? You want to get stupid? Get out of the house. I'm tired of this shit. Come on.
Nick's going back to the deal. If they lost the trial, Ames and Darby both go free. You didn't care, Nick. You didn't even try.
You went a little Liam Neeson there.
Yeah. You didn't care, Nick. You didn't even try.
You could have walked out of that courtroom.
I didn't lie, Nick.
I didn't care, Nick.
Just didn't get the conviction.
Nick tells him to end this shit. Clyde spits out blood.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Yep, that's from the trailer.
This is Von Clausewitz shit. Total fucking war. I'm gonna pull the whole thing down. I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gotta be biblical.
Nick leaves and they put him back in prison?
Mm-hmm.
Quick little meeting outside so he can punch him and then put him right back in? Okay.
Cut to the cemetery. Matuzak wonders if they brought this on themselves.
Nick says, absolutely not.
You actually believe that?
He's such a stubborn piece of shit.
He's so offended.
Zero accountability.
He turns and looks at him like, have you lost your fucking mind?
Again, moral compass. According to that one reviewer. They have to go to the press conference. Press availability is important. As they're driving out of the cemetery, there's this little like mini tank bomb diffuser machine.
Is that the gun table from Maximum Overdrive?
Same note too, bro.
The general, the leader?
Repeat offender.
It fires an EMP blast and the car dies. Then Fox says to get Matuzak away from there. He sees the gleam of light off the weapon.
The fuck is that?
It unloads a massive amount of bullets on this car.
High caliber too.
Holy shit.
That wasn't no bird shot.
Fox tries to rush to the car. They stop him. He's all shot up, but he's still alive. Then it shoots a missile, blows the SUV up completely. He's cooked.
This is a cool little gun table.
Now Viola Davis is pissed at Jamie Foxx.
But I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to do about this?
He just guaranteed. He gave his word. And next thing, the DA's dead.
Jamie Foxx isn't a cop, so he doesn't qualify for CT5 worst cops. But damn, man.
Oh.
You really are bad at this shit, man.
It's terrible.
He's a CT5 worst lawyer.
Well, he's not losing in the courtroom other than the one time.
Only because he passes on the fucking cases he can't win. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott. That's what we got going on here.
I mean, you're essentially saying, hey, remember that stretch where Daniel Gafford made 35 straight shots over a bunch of games? He's the best offensive player in the league. That's what you're saying.
Prove me wrong.
I told you to handle this. You didn't. Now we have a jailed psychopath that's managed to bring this entire city to its knees. One of my friends was just murdered. What I should do is fire you. So Nick's going to resign.
He's going to quit.
Which, again, is the same strategy, right?
Yep.
I can't lose if I don't play.
Yeah.
This is a brilliant strategy by him because She won't take it and gives him a promotion.
Yeah.
You're the DA now.
He played that perfectly.
That's a negotiation right there.
Which, from the beginning of the movie.
Yes, that's it. His goal the whole time.
Higher aspirations.
Bring a Bible over. She's going to swear him in.
Informally, though.
I said, is that Mike Woodson? Is Mike Woodson there with the Bible?
The fake Secret Service, whatever Philadelphia city level Secret Service is.
Whatever Philadelphia mayors have.
Yes. I saw Mike Woodson yesterday at the draft.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the end of that story?
Yep.
Is that who you dropped broad on?
These broads getting drafted.
Yo, how about these broads that these draftees are bringing with them?
All right.
Fine ass broad.
Okay. She swears him in. She tells a bunch of suits she's locking down the city. No one moves unrestricted. Cops are now everywhere in the city. Give shotguns to meter maids. Everyone should know the city is secure and under their control.
Yo, Viola Davis, out of control. Tyrant.
Do not give any guns to meter maids, by the way.
Shotguns.
Shotguns to meter maids?
Shotguns to meter maids?
They can barely handle a fucking notepad. You kidding me?
Did Bane blow up the football stadium? Did I miss something? Why are we in a state of emergency all of a sudden?
Holy shit. It's open season on anybody black.
Oh.
They gave shotguns to the meter maids like, oh, finally. Bow.
Nick looks at the brutal crime scene photos of Clyde's family and says, okay, Clyde, I get it.
Yes, his raped dead wife?
10 years later.
Now you get it?
Oh.
It took you 10 years and all your friends dying?
So that's what it looks like.
I'd never looked at the photos before. I get it. Okay. I should have convicted him.
What killed Cantrell was a weaponized bomb disposal robot. Can you believe that? Damn thing had video, night vision, you name it.
I got night vision.
Fired military API for Christ's sakes. That's anti-tank rounds, Nick. I think he's saving you for last.
Just to explain it to you.
That's jargon's position is what it is. Nick.
Healthy exposition there from Dunnigan.
Fox gets an email from chester@davids.net.
Did he hack Sarah's email when she died?
You didn't get this from me, Chester. You don't come up with a dummy email?
No.
There's not a Hotmail account you can fucking fire up?
Well, how would we know that it was from Chester otherwise?
Well, that's a good point, yeah.
If it was from fatballs@hotmail.com, it'd be a little more suspicious.
ZZ.
LL.
Just like that, Nick matches up the real estate sales with this info. Says, motherfucker.
Happy Sylvia.
As he circles a location, which is right by the prison.
Jesus.
Oh, he did it right under his nose.
He's going to break into the building. What about his civil rights? Fuck his civil rights.
Yeah.
Detective Conair goes, yeah.
At last.
Philly cop formula.
They find a huge tarp covering an old school Cadillac as they're poking around with a flashlight. Underneath it is a secret tunnel.
This guy tunneled into prison?
Sean Astin's been digging a tunnel. He's got a bat cave with weapons, explosives, Semtex, blueprints, disguises.
He wanted to be in solitary.
Surprise, motherfucker! There's no one in there.
They go in, they find the opening to the cell. He's not in there. Cut to him, dressed as a janitor. It's Powers Booth in a janitor uniform.
Custodian, dick.
Pass through a metal detector. They check ID. They check him. They see that he tapped in the prison cameras. There's a placard. To achieve victory, we must mass our forces at the hub of all power and movement, the enemy's center of gravity.
Ah, yes. Von Clausewitz.
Von Clausewitz.
How did he know which solitary confinement cell would be the one to dig the hole through?
It was the one with the freshest cum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he did tunnel into every single one.
Yeah, there were tunnels for everything.
Oh, got you.
Fox and Conair find a janitorial work form for City Hall. They're headed there now. He gets the security. Better safe than sorry, right? They won't evacuate because they know that he'll notice the hullabaloo. Butler might spot him, then they're fucked. Butler is busting out all the stuff he smuggled in. Fox and Conair get into security. They get checked. Meeting involved a brass for security on the 6th floor.
Is Clyde going to release the ooze into the air ducts?
Can we just point out for a second that had Fox not illegally accessed the email of Leslie Bibb, he wouldn't have gotten the Chester tip-off, and this dude would have killed the mayor and everyone in City Hall?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Would have leveled everything.
Easily.
Dog, this is all because Fox could have... Just say you're sorry.
Yeah.
Just fucking admit it.
Say I fucked up. That's all you had to do. He's one of the worst villains we've ever seen. I'm talking about Jamie Foxx.
There's no good guy in this movie.
I want you to respect the level of terrorism that Butler is enacting here, your fucking Tom Hardy Bane could never. My Bane could do it.
What?
Your Tom Hardy Bane's got nothing on Gerard Butler.
My Bane.
My Bane.
My Bane could put on a hat.
My Bane puts hats on it. Your Bane.
Back in the kitchen.
My Bane's going from fucking Ecuador or whatever the hell they were in South America to Gotham City. I mean, he loves that song, by the way, so that should bust up my Bane.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, no.
That's what we talked about with R. Kelly yesterday.
Oh, they see the janitor cart on the 5th floor under the caucus room.
Yep.
Caucus Eddie. If they catch him red-handed, they have to take him alive. They run up to the janitor cart.
If your newlywed wife on your honeymoon asks you to cock her,
Mystery line.
by God, you cock her.
They go into the room below the caucus room. They see a box by the chairs.
Briefcase.
Butler's now out in the van. He's got video up of the caucus room. All of a sudden, this detective is a bomb expert?
Yep.
Since when?
Well, when they get there, they say, "Where's the bomb squad?" And he says, "I got your bomb squad right here."
What?
I guess so. They didn't want to introduce a new character. That'd be too much. He's drilling into the briefcase. Clyde avoids a traffic stop by going into an underground parking garage that's right there that no one's watching.
Comes out the other side.
And it's a briefcase full of ooze connected to a cell phone. It's napalm, basically.
Oh.
This shit'll take out the entire floor and the one above us.
Maybe 30 seconds until boom time.
And they can't tell the mayor anything because Clyde is watching.
You can't tell the mayor anything because if you do, she's going to hold it against us later.
Two agents see Clyde's van back into the warehouse. He's back in the Batcave. He's looking at his tablet again. The mayor sits down and says, "I have one question. Why is Clyde Shelton still in my city?"
That is a good question. They could have just moved him to another facility.
But why would they do that? Why would they do that?
They had no idea.
Because the thought is he's working with someone on the outside
Mm-hmm.
and he's in contact with this person. So my first guess would be something in this prison has been compromised in a communication way. Obviously, I would never guess he dug a tunnel. So I would just move him to like upstate or some shit.
I mean, the House of Cards guy in the beanie said walk in and shoot him in the head.
Yeah.
That also would have worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Or another crazy idea, have a guard watch him the whole time.
No, they don't have the budget for that.
Things they didn't think of.
Get a meter maid in there. They got shotguns now.
Get a meter maid with a shotgun in there.
He'll be dead in an hour.
Now, I refuse to believe that one man is smarter than Homeland Security, the FBI, the Sheriff's Department, or Philly PD. I don't care how we do it or what kind of obscure legal justification we have to invoke, gentlemen. I don't care what laws we have to bend. I am sure that there is a provision of the Homeland Security Act that we can activate. Just get him out of here by tomorrow.
He goes back into his cell and holy shit, Jamie Foxx is waiting for him in the cell.
Would have cleaned up a little.
Nick, I wasn't expecting company.
Banter?
Absolutely banter. But also, I enjoyed the flipping of the usual movie trope of we've got company too. I didn't expect company.
Mm-hmm.
You ever use the word company to refer to having guests?
No, that's fucking stupid. Do you?
I've never used the word company in my life.
Company man.
In any regard.
Well, you just used it there. CT5 liar.
First time.
You picked bad company.
Yeah, that's true. You picked bad company.
No.
Also, the lie. I mean, I watched Surviving the Game in Sudan.
I'm dying at this. I don't know which one was the lie.
That's my favorite part. The bookends of the end of this episode. I've watched this movie in Sudan versus I've never even heard.
I'd never heard of this movie.
Incredible.
Butler starts walking towards Jamie Foxx and he flashes a gun.
I think this might be the only venue where I'm recognized as a liar.
How?
I don't think any other part of my life.
How? Oddball doesn't call you a liar all the time?
No.
The solitary confinement was clever.
He says, never seen anybody tunnel into prison before. Did he just steal Dunnigan's joke?
Yep, stole it from Con Air.
What?
That's how winners play. We convince the other guy he's making all the right moves. Ever catch my accomplice?
Yeah, I did. It's the end of the road for him now. You played us, Clyde. You played us real good.
You played us real good.
Real good.
Thank you. Glad you finally get to appreciate some of the effort I put into all this.
You set out to make a point, Clyde. You made it.
People still don't get it. They don't appreciate what I'm trying to say, but they will soon enough.
Once I blow the mayor, they'll get it.
Yeah. What's Sonovi's trying to save him now? Fox is trying to give him a way out.
See, we're all held accountable, Clyde. That includes you. Why don't we do the right thing here? I'm doing the right thing, Nick. You just have to see it that way. By murdering all those people, all you're doing is destroying the memory of your daughter and causing the same pain that you're suffering from.
So what do you suggest, Nick? Make another deal? One final offer, is that what it is?
I don't make deals with murderers anymore, Clyde. You taught me that.
Finally.
Finally.
Well done. Bravo. Maybe I wasn't such a bad teacher after all.
He's lying again. He does not have accountability now because he read the file. He has accountability. Is that what he's saying?
Because he saw the picture.
He saw the picture.
Jesus Christ.
Which is all Gerard Butler wanted, man.
Is sympathy.
Yeah.
Sympathy.
Fox, can you look at these pictures? I'm busy.
You just experienced your wife getting Ard and murdered and your kid getting murdered.
Your wife getting what?
Ard.
She's getting odd then. I reckon she's not your wife then. She's getting odd. She's getting odd.
Supercharge that.
Nick tells Clyde he'll have to live with this decision for the rest of his life.
You might be married to an husband.
They both apologize. Clyde calls the number. Nick leaves the cell. And he says, for the rest of your life, which I figure by now is about 25 more seconds.
If there's a fuck ton of napalm,
yeah,
you got to get the fuck out. You don't have time for banter and one-liners. You got to get the fuck out of there.
They block the secret trap door.
Mm-hmm.
The briefcase is under his cot. Clyde looks a little amused. He takes out his bracelet. Slow motion as the fire pours out of the briefcase. This is a pretty cool shot.
This is a dope fucking shot.
Cinema. This is cinema.
This is real cinema. Like, this is F. Gary Gray showing the fuck out.
Wait, you said this is real cinema. Do you mean to tell me the curtains opening on execution and the recital wasn't cinema?
That was the opposite of cinema.
No, fuck you, man. I was impressed.
What's not that cool, though, is the honest thief level fireball bursting out of the prison wall as Nick walks away.
Walks away, no flinch.
They went from an awesome fire scene to a not so great fire scene.
Well, they used up all the budget on the solitary confinement fire.
Yeah.
Please clip in from the other guys.
Oh my God, how do they walk away in movies without flinching when it explodes behind them? There's no way. I call bullshit on that. When they flew the Millennium Falcon outside of the Death Star and it was followed by the explosion, that was bullshit. Don't you dare badmouth Star Wars. That was all accurate. I need an MRI.
Get to the recital. Fox is there to watch his kid with Regina. He hates this.
He's trying to redeem his poor record as a father, but yes, he clearly doesn't want to be there and he's hating it.
And everybody is clapping for Yo-Yo daughter. She gets a standing O. She hasn't practiced once in this movie, by the way. She's just a prodigy, I guess. Roll credits.
No, it is there in the living room.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
So we do know that it exists.
Oh, we know that she doesn't pick her shit up. She's too busy cooking breakfast for the family.
Poorly, I might add.
Yes, poorly. Dry ass French toast.
This is an awful ending.
Terrible ending.
It's your favorite Butcher Turn podcast. Producer Maze here to tell you about ButcherBox. It's summertime, it's grilling season, and you want to maximize your time outside by the grill, cold one in hand. You don't want to be indoors at the grocery store, jostling with other customers. That's why you want ButcherBox. ButcherBox has the highest quality meat and seafood you can trust, delivered right to your doorstep, vacuum sealed. You can freeze it for later. You can cook it right now. It's a variety of high quality cuts at an amazing value, so you are always prepared. Fire up that grill and enjoy your summer afternoon. Not to mention, these savings from ButcherBox, you can't find those at the grocery store. So sign up for ButcherBox today by going to butcherbox.com/dings and use code DINGS, D-I-N-G-S, at checkout to get $30 off your first box. Again, that's butcherbox.com/dings and use code DINGS, D-I-N-G-S. It's Producer Maze here to talk to you about Factor. It's summertime. You've got vacations. You've got beautiful weather to enjoy. You're always on the go. So you need Factor to help you meet your wellness goals. Thanks to a menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto, No matter how busy you are, you'll always have time to enjoy Factor's fresh, never frozen, nutritious, great tasting, dietitian approved meals that are ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Make your day delicious by treating yourself to restaurant quality meals featuring filet mignon, shrimp, blackened salmon. You've got 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week. You'll always keep it fresh, have new flavors at your fingertips, and you can effortlessly support your lifestyle to help you manage calories, maximize protein, or simply eat well-balanced meals. So head to factormeals.com/CTD50 and use code CTD50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code CTD50 at factormeals.com/CTD50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active.
Hey, listener, I listen to podcasts every single day. Listen to music every single day. Doesn't make me abnormal at all, right? Lots of us do that. Most of us do that. Probably if you're doing it now, you've been doing it a long time. And you might think, hey, any of those pods or buds that I can put in my ear, that's good enough. Maybe even spend a little coin on it. And you're like, I'm going to spend a couple $100 on this. This is going to be great. You messed up, okay? The Raycon Everyday Earbuds. Some would say, ooh, same audio quality you expect from the big guys at half the price. That's pretty good. And you know what? That would be accurate. Here's what I'll say. It's even better audio quality than you get and expect from the big guys. And it's still half the price. Why? I don't know. They got like some science stuff going on there. But now is the time to check them out. Now is the time to pull the trigger on some Raycon Everyday Earbuds. They just launched their upgraded model of the best-selling Everyday Earbuds. With Raycon's upgraded Everyday Earbuds, you also get active ergonomic design, multi-point connectivity that let you pair with 2 devices at once, and active noise cancellation. It's incredible. The music is better. The podcasts are clearer. The battery life lasts forever. It's like 32 hours. I would not endorse this in this way if they weren't that good. I seriously don't even know where my other buds might be. I keep a pair in the car and I keep a pair in my work bag just in case I forget one, don't have the other. The absolute most comfortable ones I've ever used. There is no better time than right now to get that upgraded model that will blow you away. You're going to ask yourself why you didn't check them out sooner. Raycon also offers a 30-day happiness guarantee. What are you waiting for? Go to buyraycon.com/Cinephobe today to get 15% off your Raycon order plus free shipping. That's right. You'll get 15% off and free shipping at buyraycon.com/Cinephobe. That's buyraycon.com/Cinephobe.
When you need mealtime inspiration, it's worth shopping Kroger, where you'll find over 30,000 mouth-watering choices that excite your inner foodie. And no matter what tasty choice you make, you'll enjoy our everyday low prices, plus extra ways to save, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week. You can also save up to $1 off per gallon at the pump with fuel points. More savings and more inspiring flavors make shopping Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Kaylee Cuoco for Priceline. Ready to go to your happy place for a happy price? Well, why didn't you say so? Just download the Priceline app right now and save up to 60% on hotels. So whether it's Cousin Kevin's Kazoo Concert in Kansas City, go Kevin, or Becky's Bachelorette Bash in Bermuda, you never have to miss a trip ever again. So download the Priceline app today. Your savings are waiting.
Go to your happy place for a happy price. Go to your happy price, Priceline.
Who cares if you lose the game? You got this off your chest. I mean, it's just one night of bar trivia.
Ooh. One night of bar trivia is sacrosanct to us.
Trivia is sacrosanct. Director F. Gary Gray decided to use Del Frisco's Double Eagle Steakhouse as the restaurant that caters Clyde's lunch after dining there several times during filming. The restaurant was also the location of the film's after party following its screening at the Philadelphia Film Festival.
What does Double Eagle mean? Is that like a rating for steakhouse?
It's a golf term.
Double Eagle in golf? That's just a hole in one.
It's a gold coin worth $20 in the U.S. Albatross is also a golf term.
Yeah.
Albatross.
Also a co-host on the show.
Wait, is that me? Albert Ross?
Why is Albert Ross on my forehead?
Albert Ross.
Ironically enough, in real life, Gerard Butler studied law and was close to becoming a lawyer before becoming an actor.
No, he didn't.
I worked in a court.
You were just as close as Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
I kind of talked about this already, but originally Gerard Butler was supposed to play Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie Foxx came in and he was recast. In one version of this story, Fox called the producers and asked if Butler would like to play Clyde instead, since he liked the role of Nick. When the producers approached Butler about playing Clyde, he thought about it for a second and reportedly said, Jamie is Nick and me as Clyde. That would be awesome. However, Butler also said in an interview that he suggested the role switch between himself and Fox via his role as a producer on the film. Butler also said that he initially regretted that this idea was implemented by the other producers, but added that the entire process worked out well for the project.
What? Stick to a story, buddy.
Yeah.
There's 3 different stories there that he told.
Take some accountability.
CT5 liars. CT5 sluffers.
Gerard Butler's character says the line, "It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court." This is the same line Denzel Washington uses in Training Day.
Yes.
But they added in court.
Mm-hmm.
Jake, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
CT5 Carlos Mencius.
At one point, Frank Darabont was attached to direct and was revising Kurt Wimmer's original draft until leaving due to creative differences. Once F. Gary Gray came on, David Ayer, Jordan Roberts, and Sheldon Turner each took cracks at the script.
Ayer.
A little more credited, I guess.
We're joined now by a very funny comedian, a guy I met through the Levitard world. I thought I met you through Billy, right? Through Billy Corbin?
Billy Corbin, yeah. Because Miami.
Because Miami. Nery Saenz. And Nery, first of all, congratulations on the Panthers winning the Stanley Cup. I know that was top of your mind.
It was. I've been a fan for 6 months.
Yeah.
It's been a brutal 6 months for us. I gotta be honest, I started becoming a fan because my son got into roller hockey literally 6 months ago.
Oh, wow.
My son got into roller hockey at the same time that the Panthers got hot, so yes, I'm a fan. I don't have a leather jacket kind of fan. I'm not that kind of fan, but you know, it's fine.
Look, your son is into roller hockey. Zach, I'm sure you have some advice.
On roller hockey?
On the hockey youth scene.
Okay. You need to familiarize yourself, Nery, with the movie D2 Mighty Ducks. Because as we discovered earlier this year...
Quack Attack is back, Jack!
I hate that. As we discovered earlier this year...
You brought it upon yourself.
Youth hockey is riddled with diddlers.
Yep.
It is saturated with child diddlers.
Either that or alcoholic head coaches.
Drunk coaches show up to a game in the third period drunk off of their ass. So
yeah,
blowing a kazoo.
Hockey's tough. They say it's expensive. I say it's dangerous, and not on the ice. It's off the ice where it's dangerous.
Well, it's even more dangerous because my son got into hockey because one of his friends at Scouts got into hockey. So now it's a double.
But can that diddling environment cancel out the other diddling environment, or does it become like
magnified?
The Voltron of diddling.
Yes.
I was going to say it's the Voltron of diddlers. Let your diddling power combine to form Captain Diddler.
And all form the head.
Oh, boy. Boy.
That's a line from Voltron. Relax.
Yeah. I know.
Relax.
That's probably also a line from Practice.
Relax. Amin doesn't say anything bad anymore. He censored himself. It's a new year.
That's right. Yeah.
It is a new year.
Give about 5 minutes. This was my first time seeing Law-Abiding Citizens since it came out on DVD 15 years ago-ish.
So I gave Nery, this is the movie we're doing.
Yeah.
Have you seen it? He said, seen it? I own a copy on DVD.
Oh, shit.
Amin said, hey, the movie we're reviewing is Law Abiding Citizen. It's on Stars. I'm like, Stars? Brother, I own this movie. Are you kidding me? I not only owned it on DVD and Blu-ray, 2 different versions, but I also now have it on my iTunes, on my digital library.
Oh, wow.
You can go anywhere with it. You don't have to bring the DVD player.
I'm literally on a cruise ship right now, and I've watched the movie 3 times this week.
So you a big Gerard Butler fan, or what?
That's what it is, yeah.
What attracted you to this movie to purchase it 3 times?
Well, when I first saw it, what year did it come out?
2009.
So when I first saw it, I had 0 expectations for this movie. I will admit, I probably saw it because after watching 300, I'm like, I'll watch anything this man does.
Sure, yeah.
Just like every big Hollywood studio producer. They're like, yeah, let's get more Gerard Butler.
Exactly.
I'll buy The Ugly Truth on Blu-ray. Absolutely.
And then that's what happened. I watched The Ugly Truth and I was like, oh, maybe everything he does is not great.
Future Cinephobe.
That was the ugly truth about your infatuation with Gerard Butler.
Which is the other one where he was a bounty hunter.
The bounty hunter, yeah, with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, God, it's awful. That's another awful one. I was like, no, I can't.
That's a Future Cinephobe too.
I watched this movie because of Gerard Butler, probably, if I'm guessing, but I remember watching it and being pleasantly surprised. Again, 2009, I was not even 30 yet. I didn't know any better. And then when Amin last week said, hey, we're watching this movie, I'm like, how can you watch this movie? This podcast is only for movies that are 40% and lower on Rotten Tomatoes. And this movie qualifies and then some, bro. Oh my God, Jesus.
Well, what's funny, it's 75% for the audience.
Yeah.
On like 250,000 reviews. The audience loves it.
Yeah.
Critics, not so much.
When was the last time you watched it?
Before this week, the last time I watched it was probably a year before the pandemic. So 5 years ago.
Oh, wow, okay.
Who's the good guy in this movie?
Nobody. That's what I was going to say.
Thank you. All right, there we go.
I was going to save this till later, but you know when you read Am I the Assholes? And then you're like, oh, you're the asshole, they're the asshole, everybody's the asshole. Like, everybody's the asshole in this movie. Like, everybody's the villain. There are no good guys. I don't think there's a good guy in this movie, but I know there's a lot of villains.
I think the best person in this movie is the other intruder, the guy that gets the lethal injection. He might be the best person.
Yeah, because he objects to what Darby's doing.
Yes.
He says, hey, maybe chill, Darby.
I know we came here to beat the shit out of this guy and steal a candlestick, but we got to chill on this villainy.
Like, hey, man, I didn't come here for murder.
Yeah, the only other one that's maybe a good guy is Regina Hall.
Viola Davis.
No, Viola Davis is corrupt as hell.
Viola Davis gave shotguns to meter maids.
And then was actively and vocally saying, there must be a law that we can bend.
Yes.
There must be ways that we're like, what?
Yes.
You're the mayor? I'm from Miami, so that's pretty up to par in Miami. But
he's like, yep, this is politics. This is how it goes.
That mayor, Jesus.
The other funny thing was we noticed that Leslie Bibb's character, Sarah, only existed to deliver exposition from another character who we never see, Chester.
Right.
And then even after she dies, Jamie Foxx hacks into her email so she can deliver one last bit of exposition on behalf of Chester, who says, you didn't get this from me. Why was Chester trying to conceal his identity? Why was that such a big thing?
I have Sarah written down here in my notes as Amin's going to call her the legal hoe.
No.
That's what I thought it would be.
No.
Legal broad.
Legal broad, yeah.
Legal broad, I'm sorry.
But you didn't know the resolution, yeah.
I did another New Year resolution. Okay, so legal broad, I didn't know that. I got to amend my notes here.
Nery, that's perfect because you are already in the flow of a Cinephobe episode where you are writing notes for other people.
Yeah.
It's ventriloquism.
That usually happens hundreds of years into Cinephobe with a lot of experience.
Yeah.
You're ready for it.
That's an advanced level. Nery, you would never say that, right?
No, I literally watched the movie and then she shows up and I'm like, oh, Amin's going to say legal hoe here. This is it.
Same note too, yeah.
That is the same thing Zach does, where Zach, his inner monologue disguises itself as,
you do this.
No, I don't say anything.
You try to peg me with AIDS every time there's a mention of AIDS.
What? I've never pegged you in my life, sir. And certainly not with AIDS. My notes for Zach are always innocent. They're like, oh, Zach is going to give this parrot ass off. Oh, Zach is going to mention how this dead person isn't breathing, unlike Art from Fallen.
Yeah.
Zach notes for me are like the most misogynistic, disgusting stuff. Bro, I didn't think of that. You thought of it.
But I mean, in all fairness, if you go back to the Driven episode,
literally any episode,
you're like, hoes,
yeah.
hoes in all these countries.
You called him No Hose Bo the whole fucking movie.
Yes.
Because he broke up with his fiance.
Well, no, it's because he has no broads. Meanwhile, all the other drivers have a bunch of broads around. And look, man, movie makers know what they're doing. They're not presenting librarians and teachers. These are broads. These are broads that are here for a very specific purpose.
It's a hard BR.
To be as broad can be. That's all they are, man.
All right.
Show up and go, oh my God. And that's it, man. There's no part of their character development or anything. They are presented as what they're supposed to be.
Amin's misogyny aside, it just hit me as we were talking about the email. Mm-hmm. Is it a little shocking that Chester didn't end up being Gerard Butler?
Yeah, it could have been.
I also thought that. I thought there was going to be a film noir type twist of Chester's identity.
Right.
That never happened. I also thought that at some point, maybe someone else was on the inside.
I thought it was Leslie Bibb at one point.
Right before she died is when you thought.
Pretty much I thought it, and then she blew up in a car.
Why is a lawyer the only one doing any kind of detective work?
It's a great question.
There's no cops working on any kind of detective work whatsoever.
There was Con Air.
Yeah, Detective Con Air, Cole Meany.
But he wasn't doing any detective work. He literally was standing next to Jamie Foxx as Jamie Foxx was going through all these books and files. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Aren't you a cop?
Well, he did his job. He arrested him.
Sure, yeah.
He's in jail.
He also brought Gerard Butler out so that Jamie Foxx could whoop his ass in front of the prison.
Yeah.
And then he celebrated Jamie Foxx saying, fuck his civil rights.
Yes. Celebrated it. He's like, yeah. Again, being from Miami, that's very on par.
Yeah.
Too loud. You're saying this too loud. What's going on here? This is awful.
What was your favorite death in the movie?
Oh, my golden dumpster goes to the judge getting shot with the phone.
Oh,
that's the best one.
Golden dumpster, man.
I knew she died, but I couldn't remember how she died. When that happened, I gasped.
Yeah.
I made an audible noise. It shocked me.
You clutch your pearls?
Yeah, I did. I clutched my pearls.
Like, oh no. Oh my.
I started fanning myself. I called the neighbor boy over to protect me.
Neighbor boy.
I got the vapors.
I got the vapors. Yes.
Looks like a phone. Acts like a phone. Turns out to be a gun. I didn't know you could do that with a phone. I didn't know you could put a gun right here.
Well, he's a tinkerer.
He's a tinkerer. He does gizmos, and he once put a choking device in a necktie.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He could do anything.
Even that, I could see putting a wire through and then it cinches up. Where are you putting a gun in this?
It wasn't a gun. It was a bomb.
Explosion. Yeah, it was an explosion.
Oh, I thought it was a gun. I thought it shot her.
No, she answered it and it blew up.
Oh, that makes more sense.
He's an explosives expert.
Got it. Okay.
That makes more sense. Like, it still doesn't make sense.
To be honest, I could see a bomb being inside this. I can't see a gun. I'm like, how does it shoot the bullet? What if she was texting? It would have just blown her hand off?
He called her.
Oh, he called her.
He called her and he waited for her to say hello.
Yep.
She answered the phone and then she gave that banter.
Oh, yeah.
Where she was like, that's the good thing about being a judge. I can do whatever I want.
I can live forever.
By that virtue, he basically had to wait to hit detonate.
Yeah.
So she could have kept talking to Fox, talking shit, and Gerard Butler would have been there like, okay. Okay.
Well, as far as we know, he's got cameras everywhere. He can see everything.
Yeah.
He can turn anything into a bomb. He can kill anyone at any time. He can tinker with anything and turn anything into anything. And he's thought of every possible outcome.
It kind of feels like this should have taken longer than 10 years to plan everything.
I think digging the tunnel alone,
Yeah.
Sean Astin, would take 10 years.
And stringing lights through, getting power, the cords and everything.
Yeah, stringing lights is the difficult part of that.
Yeah.
Is he listening to audiobooks about the law while he's digging so he can multitask?
What, his bankruptcy law book?
Did he get that transcribed? Did someone read that for him?
I always wonder about that. Like, do you hire people? And if you hire them, they can't know about this. You got to kill them, right?
You have to kill them.
This is a crazy endeavor. Like, oh, look at this. He bought property next to the prison. Wow. Okay.
It's literally Better Call Saul, where Gus brings in the Germans to dig his super lab and then kills them all.
Right.
He reported the labor and then he murdered them.
Have you guys ever seen the El Chapo tunnel?
Not in person.
Not in person, no. I'm not that Hispanic. I mean, take it easy.
Not that kind.
He's not that in Miami.
I'm regular Hispanic. I'm not Chapo in the tunnel Hispanic.
First of all, I want to be perfectly clear to anyone involved in El Chapo.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
No issues. But the tunnel does not hold a candle to Gerard Butler's tunnel.
Yeah.
The Chapo tunnel is like mad cramped. You had to kind of crouch and stuff.
Yeah, because you're just doing whatever you can to get through, right?
Yeah.
You're not setting up a goddamn like railway system in there.
Not only is he setting up a railroad system, he made it a homey railroad system where he put up his favorite quote by a philosopher. He's like, here's my quote that I'm going to put up.
That's his live, laugh, love. Von Clausewitz.
He's like, oh, this seems kind of cold. What should I put here? Oh, let me put a quote.
What's that Von Clausewitz quote about total war? Oh, that's what I'll do. Yes.
That's what I'll do. I'll just make this like a little cubicle. All right, cool.
Here's my workstation. I'm going to half my time here.
Decorated by Pier 1 Imports.
Just to keep me motivated.
He's got a poster of the cat. Hang in there.
Hang in there, yeah.
This is total war, bitch.
Did we even look that up? Who is Von Clausewitz?
He's like an Austrian general.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Enough said, fam. We know he said total war and he's Austrian. We got you. We believe you.
Prussian general and military theorist, born in 1780. His most notable work was called On War.
Nice. On brand.
Also would not be the biggest villain in this movie.
Still.
Is a war general.
It's impossible. We established there's no good guys. Who is the villain, though? Is everybody the villain? Is it the system?
The system.
The system.
Yeah.
The system.
Is it Gerard Butler?
I literally think Jamie Foxx is the worst one of all. I happily believe that.
Nery, what's the worst thing Jamie Foxx does in this movie?
There's so many bad things he does in this movie.
What's the worst?
Eating French toast without syrup? I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing? This guy's an anarchist, man. This guy's crazy. What's wrong with this guy? I was out of Jamie Foxx. I was like, ass on Jamie Foxx.
Oh, wow.
But I think the worst thing that he did was the opening fuck his civil rights. He's a lawyer literally saying fuck your civil rights. Now you're not only legally doing something, but now you're morally going against your code, like your actual code, the whole thing.
I think the worst thing he did was when Leslie Bibb tries to have a moment of consciousness about like, oh, maybe I took the wrong career path. So you wouldn't change anything? Not a thing.
What?
Everyone's dying. What are you talking about? Everyone's dying. You're like, no notes. Wouldn't change a thing.
At the funeral, the time cop commissioner goes,
Matuzak.
Yes, Matuzak.
You don't really believe that, do you? He's like, I've done nothing wrong. I'm like, what are you? This guy's the worst.
Maybe we did the wrong thing. He says, absolutely not.
Yes.
Underrated, terrible thing he does is when he looks at the file of the murder and he's like, oh,
I get it.
I get it.
Maybe you had a point.
She was murdered, yeah.
I've got one that's worse than everything you guys named.
Oh, boy.
It's when his daughter has just watched the video of his sawing the guy apart.
Yeah.
And he's on the phone. His wife is crying and the daughter's crying. They're all distraught.
You won't believe these images. We're sawing legs off and limbs off. And
Did you get a look at his face?
Can you ID the perp?
My conviction rate is at stake here, man. I need to know if you saw the face. That's all he cares about. Jesus.
I need to know if I can take this case. I'm on the fence about this.
Also, missing his daughter's recital to go watch an execution. Not a great look.
Not necessary.
He literally had the legal broad saying that she was going to go. It's like he didn't need to even be there.
No.
It was her case. Remember, he said she should do the case.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's like, we got to go watch this motherfucker die. I'm like, what?
I love these. I go to these all the time. It's way better than my children's recitals.
Your child's playing the cello. Like, she's not very good.
At least when I go to an execution, when somebody dies on stage, it's on purpose. Have you seen my daughter play the cello? She's awful.
She can't even make French toast. I'm supposed to believe she can carry a tune.
All right, the execution's scheduled for noon. Anyway, we could push that back to 4:30. I got a lunch at Del Frisco's I got to get to. I'd rather have a T-bone steak with all the trimmings before I see this execution.
There, have you ever seen someone eat asparagus like that?
I've never even, look at me. Does it look like I even see people eat asparagus?
What is asparagus?
What is this?
I've seen asparagus in Miami. I know that they've got it there.
No, I've seen it, but you just push it aside to get to the meat. What the hell is this? Get out of here with this garnish. Ugh.
Asparagus, isn't that what?
It's true.
Supercharged that.
I'm problematic. It's a problem.
Fantastic. This movie is something else. It's very different when you're watching this movie for a Cinephobe movie than when you're watching it just normally. Because then you start looking at all the, oh, this is very different.
It's tough to watch movies a different way now.
Yeah.
It's tough to watch movies. I can't watch movies anymore.
It really is.
Every time when exposition starts, I'm trying to think of what creative way to call this exposition.
Yeah.
Is it walk and talks position? Is it jargon's position? Whatever. When someone is completely ass on, it stands out so much more now.
Oh my God.
Cinephobe ruins the movie watching experience for good.
Amin, have you done that lately? Like, have you gone to a movie in the movie theater, watching a brand new movie, and you're like, ass on! In the middle of the theater, you're like, ass on! And people are like, what the hell? That's weird.
Oh, when I saw the new Planet of the Apes, I was yelling ass off the whole time.
Zach was chittering.
Chittering.
In his seat.
I was chittering so hard. Oh my God.
The whole time I was saying, hey, it's chittering. A lot of chittering in this movie.
What's the moral of this story? What's the message?
The whole system sucks. There's no redemption. And at the end, the lawyers are still going to fuck you. It's just awful.
Did he actually have any consequence, Jamie Foxx?
No.
He got a promotion. Yeah. What are you talking about? He got a promotion. This guy, and his conviction rate went up. It's baffling to me how bad this movie was in terms of there's no growth. There's no character development. There's nothing.
Well, he went to the recital.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, in that case. He executed the last fucking person.
He went to the recital and he he looked miserable.
Oh,
miserable there.
He hated it.
It's so bad.
Nery, you say you can't watch movies anymore. What was the first Cinephobe episode you listened to? Do you remember?
I know it was a Van Damme movie. It was probably Time Cop. I'm a huge Van Damme fan.
It's a good-ass movie.
It's a great movie. And then this is not the podcast to listen to if you like the movie that they're dissecting. You're going to go into it.
Even if we like the movie, we like Time Cop.
I'm saying this because you don't realize all the little...
Oh, yeah.
And then you point it out and you go, oh, wow. I would get mad if somebody said, eat my wife's goulash. That would piss me off. I used to have a poster of Time Cop in my room as a kid.
A poster?
A poster. Full size. Not the, we hand them out in the movie. I'm talking about a full size poster.
When you're walking into the movie theater, it says coming soon.
Yes.
And it's a big ass one. It's behind it.
That's it. I got a movie poster from Time Cop because my cousin used to work at AMC theaters when I was a kid. Movie came out in 94, something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember being a kid. I was 12 years old. My cousin was older than me, worked at AMC. And I asked her any way I can get that poster when they're done because they throw them away. And then she literally put her name in the back of the poster to reserve it so nobody else would take it. And I had that in my room. And I've watched this movie a million times. Never once did I think he does say goulash. Why the fuck does he say? So now I'm listening to Cinephobe and I'm like, this fucking dick.
I gotta find a picture, but because I drove a Honda Civic and my friend drove a truck, he got to take the big cardboard cutout of Just Right home from a movie theater of Queen Latifah in Common, of course, because it wouldn't fit in my car. And so he's like, well, it fits in my truck, so I'm going to take it. I'm like, fuck, missed out.
Truck guys win again.
We took a lot of pictures around that thing.
That's when you bought a Hummer.
I like the fact that you're like, I missed out. Did you?
Yeah.
Did you miss out?
Oh, I would still have it today.
He'd still have it.
Absolutely. It would be right here.
It would have featured in many episodes. It'd be behind him right now.
Oh my God.
He still had that.
So you mentioned you're a big Van Damme fan.
Big Van Damme fan.
I am as well. To me, I think the greatest tragedy is that Hard Target doesn't qualify. Because I think Hard Target is a perfect Cinephobe movie.
Which is very confusing why Time Cop does. Because I firmly believe that Time Cop is leaps and bounds better movie than Hard Target.
I mean, Hard Target does have Wilford Brimley with a Cajun accent, so I don't know that I will agree.
But he doesn't say diabetes.
That's true, yeah.
I needed him to say
well, he might. I couldn't understand a fucking word he said. He might have said it the whole movie.
The captions just have question marks. Like, I don't know. I don't.
Yeah. It's just a shrug.
Insert whatever you think he said here, man.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Wilford Brimley chittering Cajun style.
I recently discovered, speaking of question marks and not knowing what people say, on King of the Hill, Boomhauer, he actually says stuff.
What?
Because I had captions on. Everything he says is typed out. He's not just mumbling.
Yeah, he just says it really close together.
Oh, I don't like that. I wish he was just mumbling.
I thought he was like Kenny from South Park.
That's what I was going to say. I thought he was like Kenny. Like, it would suck if you watch South Park with subtitles and Kenny actually said things. If you read the captions, I'm like, oh, no, that blows.
Yeah.
He's like Chewbacca. You don't know what he's saying. Saying things.
This is where Dane Cook comes in. I miss Simon Says. I want to listen to that episode again.
You miss Simon Says?
I want to listen to that episode again.
Go watch it right now.
I'm good.
I'll listen to the episode. I get the gist of it.
What's your favorite moment of Law Abiding Citizen? You said that phone death is your favorite death.
Golden Dumpster was my phone death.
Yeah.
You know, another Golden Dumpster, it was at the funeral when he shoots up the car with the robot.
Yeah.
That's another moment where I was like, oh, this is dope.
Badass.
My favorite moment was when you found out it was all him. Finding that out, that film noir moment where you go, the twist is there is nobody else helping him on the outside. It's all him, like that. And getting the bone in the throat. Just like Commuter, just like Sudden Death, there's another bone in the throat. Scene. I wish I knew how to quit you.
3-time repeat offender. Bone in the throat. In my throat.
My throat.
If you had to order a meal, and I mean, T-bone is a perfect one. So that's off the board. If you had to order a meal to use as a weapon to kill someone, what are you ordering?
Oh, that's easy.
Easy?
Yeah.
You think that's easy?
I'm using it to kill somebody?
Yeah.
Popeye's biscuits. Those things are hard as fuck.
Oh, nice. Oh, good question.
You hold it up to your face and say hello. The dough explodes.
Zach, I never thought I'd say this, but I want you to try to kill me then. Death by Popeye's biscuit?
With the Popeye's biscuit? That feels racist.
Now, I'm assuming that there's some Popeyes that comes along with said biscuit.
Would it be fucked up if you just gave him the biscuit?
Yeah.
Oh!
Hey, take a bite of this and you'll just choke to death. That's all it is. It's so dry.
I'm a fat guy, bro. So you give me any vegetable, you might as well just put a fucking gun to my head.
It would have to be like ribs or something, right? Something with the bone in it.
Ooh, how do you like your ribs?
Bone is clearly the best one. Could you kill someone with a cob of corn?
Cob of corn.
Could you sharpen that in some way enough to actually hurt somebody with that?
Well, Clive Owen in Shoot 'em Up kills somebody with a carrot.
Rob Schneider is a carrot.
Maybe Chicago deep dish pizza, so you drown them in all that sauce.
Fresh.
Take that, you fucking Cazola. So much sauce.
That was definitely one of my favorite twists of the movie was the meal to murder with. I like that.
Because it's preceded with a lot of small talk.
So you got a girlfriend?
I got a few bro that.
You got a boyfriend in here?
Chumming it up with White Power Bill before he murders him in cold blood. That might have been hot blood, actually.
I actually wrote this in my notes. Not only was it TGT, but it was TGT-LB. TGT Larry Bird, where he told you what he was going to do before he did it.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to stand up with my right hand and cock. I'm like, oh, Jesus, this guy's telling you what he's going to do before he does it? Jesus, this guy's great.
That's really good.
I love that.
TGTLB, yeah.
And then he dropped 30 points on him in jeans.
Hey, young buck, feels like 84, don't it? Oh, shit.
Oh, Nery, I know what we got to ask you. Why did he get fully naked when the cops came?
I wrote that down.
Easy. Non-threatening.
No, I literally wrote, why is he get completely naked? He's white. The cops are not coming in there guns blazing, dude. There's no reason for him to get naked. And the only reason it might be is because Gerard Butler's like, dude, I just did all these crunches.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here. I'm going to go out here with a shirt. You kidding me? I'm not covering this up the whole movie. I want one scene where I'm naked. He's like, oh, Jesus, this guy is... After 300, there was a time where Gerard Butler, it was in his contract. It was like, I need to be without a shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no shirt for sure. He went through like a McConaughey era. This dude is half clothed at all times.
It's like Van Damme with the splits. He's like, well, let's add a split here.
Or Van Damme with his ass.
Jean-Claude, you're playing a fire marshal. Nah, I'm going to do the splits.
I'm going to bare cheeks at some point in this movie. I dare you to stop me.
I put my underwear on dick first, and I do the splits in every movie.
I can just picture him reading the script, and he's like, this is good. This is good. You know what? Right here. I'll add a split right here.
I got some notes.
He was making sure he's not grabbing for a weapon. He's unarmed. There's nothing here but bankruptcy law book. That's all I got here.
But then they made him wear jeans.
Yeah.
But nothing else.
That was confusing.
Like Larry Bird.
Also, I don't believe he was wearing any underwear.
No.
If he was, it was really low cut.
Oh, with the jeans?
Yeah.
No, that was a full-on porn move of jeans, no underwear.
That might be the most diabolical part of this movie then. Because jeans with no underwear.
Chafing?
Chafing doesn't begin. It's like a cheese grater.
Yeah.
Road rash.
Because you're arrested, right? So the cops are the ones putting the pants on you.
Yeah.
So they're theoretically the ones putting the zipper up.
Oh, that's a dangerous game.
Franks and beans.
Dude.
It's like the scene in Hall Pass where Owen Wilson passes out in the hot tub and the guys come to help him. Oh. And the dicks are swinging on his...
Oh, the Irish guy. Let the Irish guy.
Yeah, the Irish guy.
Oh, shit, man.
Okay, what do all these funny people have in common? Cecily Strong, Jason Mantzoukas, Duncan Trussell, Paul Scheer, Scott Aukerman, Beth Stelling, Tom Papa, Lauren Lapkus, Louis Anderson, Lisa Gilroy, Paul F. Tompkins, and Sir Patrick Stewart. They've all played characters on the hit comedy podcast Mega, an improvised satire from the staff of a fictional megachurch. The next time you're in the mood for some laughs, great guests, out-of-this-world improv, and cultural commentary, we're here for you, baby. Listen to Mega anywhere you listen to podcasts.
When you listen to Nobody Listens to Paula Poundstone, the comedy podcast, you learn stuff.
I've been learning to throw a boomerang, because this is the kind of thing that really gets the listeners engaged, you know.
Interviews with people who will make you smarter.
Does the amount that you learn protect you from cognitive decline?
Paula, don't that!
Can't people just listen to the show? Can't they just enjoy a delightful treehouse full of information? And I think I'm bleeding.
Join us and be a nobody.
Am I the Jerk is a show where we talk about real stories like
My stepdad found out that I have a $4 million inheritance and tried to steal it from me when my mom died. Am I the jerk for how far I took my revenge? Or you might even see a story like this. My mother-in-law photoshopped my wedding photos to change my nose. Am I the jerk for what I did in response? So, Am I the Jerk is the perfect show to put on in the background while you're driving, studying, drawing, or just chilling out. And the best part is, you can send in your own stories from your own life to be featured and discussed on the show. Just subscribe to Am I the Jerk and you'll see how to do that there via amithejerk.com/submit. You can freely share the deepest secrets of your life because you can still remain anonymous when you send in your stories. So either way, subscribe to Am I the Jerk right now before you forget. We'd love to be a part of your daily routine. New episodes every day. Am I the Jerk?
Hi folks. Let me see if I can sum up Midnight Burger in about 25 seconds.
Really, big monster?
Zero irony.
Pardon me, Gloria. Might my husband and I have a word?
The radio is talking to me.
So this is how it ends. Eaten by wolves in space.
There's a pocket dimension in the deep freeze.
This is the stupidest dystopia we've ever been to.
What the hell is that?
Because you're having a cigarette in 415 million BC.
Where are we?
Space.
Can you narrow that down?
The bad part?
Ava. Yeah, that didn't work at all. At the nexus of all things, there is a diner. Look for Midnight Burger on your favorite podcasting app or just go to weopenat6.com.
r/ is a hilarious podcast where Dabney Bailey uses ridiculous voices and emotions to read aloud the week's craziest Reddit posts.
He reenacts various Reddit threads covering wild stories and secrets, petty revenge, relationships, and much more.
So if you're looking for a daily distraction and a laugh, check out r/ wherever you get your podcasts.
I'd like you all to do an experiment on a plant, something that may benefit mankind. And if you devise something that's groundbreaking, I guarantee you a A in this course.
Oh, well, hold on, man. You firing me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
All right, the Louis Pinnock Accent Award for this movie, pretty clearly Gerard Butler American accent.
Well, it could be Cole Meany.
Oh, he's Irish?
Yeah, he's Irish.
Isn't he kind of doing his normal voice, though?
He's kind of got a weird, almost like Liam Neeson.
So does Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler is trying. He's just not good at it.
This is Gerard Butler's American voice. I'm Gerard Butler right now. That's his American voice.
I'm eating a T-bone steak, all the trimmings.
He sounds like a Scotsman trying to be American. I'd like a T-bone, a little charred.
His lips are unmoored. They're not obeying normal muscle motions.
He has to talk out of the side of his mouth in order to get the American accent out.
He also has jowls.
Yeah.
Something in his jowls that's happening while he talks.
Yeah.
When he was talking to the judge, when he said, I bet you like it up the ass.
I bet you're taking up the ass.
That was film noir, right? I'm saying that's film noir. I did not see that.
Yeah.
He's about to get bail, and he's like, you fucking dumb cunt. Well, oh my God, take it easy, guys. Jesus.
It's crazy because he's not about to get bail, and then he literally argues his way into getting out on bail.
Yeah.
And then once he's about to get it, he's like, I can't believe you're doing this, you dumb broad.
Dumb broad.
He's 3 steps ahead of everybody in that scene.
I remember the first time I watched that thinking, well, how is he still going to get bail? And I think I remember asking that, and my friend's like, what are you talking about?
He doesn't want to go to jail, right?
I guess it's Gerard Butler because he speaks more, but, Cole Meany is up there.
Detective Con Air.
But to be fair, like Nery said, he's not even fucking talking half the movie. He's just standing there with his hands across and shit.
I thought he was his Uber driver. I was like, why is this guy here?
Uber helicopter, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he literally drives the attorney, not even the district attorney. He works for the DA's office.
He's just a lawyer.
He drives him from the jail, which, first of all, when the execution went wrong, why is Jamie Foxx there? They're talking about it's been tampered with. Why are you talking to the lawyer about that? That should be a police matter.
Yeah.
And then he's like, we're going to investigate everybody in the prison. He's like, again, something that police officers should say, not lawyers. This is weird.
Yeah.
Here's another plot point that I thought was going to happen that didn't. When the cars blew up, and they said the only car that wasn't tampered with was Jamie Foxx's. Did any of you guys think, oh, he's going to frame him now?
No.
I was coming off of thinking Leslie Bibb was the accomplice, and then she blew up because she didn't know how to get out of her own car.
Zach got burned.
I was not going to make any more assumptions.
I was such a sucker for this ride. I was like, what's going to happen next? Like, I had no thought process. I wasn't thinking about who done it. I was like, well, let's see what happens next. I was just so into the ride.
That's usually how I try to watch these movies. I don't like the whole, I figured out the killer in the second scene.
Yeah.
I dive in, I'm like, I just want to experience what they're trying to do. But the one time I do, I get fucking burned because she doesn't know how to open a door.
No, not the one time, because in Half Past Dead, you thought Ja Rule was in on it too.
Oh, I did think Ja.
Yeah.
We have someone on the outside. I was like, Ja!
When you think of a rat, you think jaw. You think, oh, this guy's a fucking rat. This guy's gonna snitching ass jaw.
Exactly.
So that scene threw me off. And then we're gonna go to Darby's house. Why is the lawyer going to Darby's house? When Darby comes out with the gun and starts shooting, why is the lawyer even there? That's not a lawyer's job.
He's the first one out of the car.
What threw me off was when Darby picks up the phone and it's Gerard Butler calling him. That's strike 3 for you. Coke on the table, bitch on the floor, life in prison. And I was like, bitches on the floor is a crime?
That can't be a crime.
No way. Snoop Dogg had 80 bitches on the floor.
Also, life in prison is the punishment. It's not a strike. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha.
I know we're in a cinephobe world of New Alcatraz being the way we view things, but not in Philadelphia in 2009. That can't be the way it is. That's not fair.
What kind of communist regime are you running, Gerard Butler? This is crazy. I don't want to be part of this America, bro. I don't want to be part of this America.
No, this is too far.
If bitches on the floor is a crime, I'm sorry. I'm out.
Let's show me the horsemen are, guys.
Yeah, we got soul.
Five horsemen for this movie. It's a pretty loaded field, man. Exposition, there's a shit ton of it. The DVD's also narrative fell off.
Yeah.
All the trimmings, all the makings, all the trimmings. Deals.
What kind of a deal?
That's what it is, man.
Law.
You betray the law.
Accountability. And I'm bumping this all the way up to a horseman for this one. Boat named Live Forever. Because there's a shitload of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I think it's Deals.
Man, as much as I love the Deals sound, and that's why I want Deals, I still think it's Sloughing the Blame.
Oh, yes.
So accountability.
It's Amin.
Yeah, I agree with that.
No,
It's Amin not taking accountability.
no, Zach, you are way worse than me at taking about accountability.
Maze.
You're doing it right now.
Come on.
Well, how else was I supposed to?
Maze, you don't have to think I'm a good guy here, but I'm not that.
There's no good guys. Just like this movie. I'm aware of that. One of us is digging tunnels and blowing up City Hall. The other one is not taking accountability for his actions.
Nery's our Leslie Bibb right now. Are you guys sure you made right decisions in life? We're like, no, and then Nery's going to blow up in a car.
I think it's accountability too, because
Yeah, that's a good call.
at the end, he asks him again. We're all accountable, Clyde.
He didn't learn a single fucking lesson in this movie.
He tries to tell Clyde that he's not accountable.
Yes.
Which is why we're here.
And then, can we just talk about the Sean Astin digging a pool of Jamie Foxx at the end where Clyde makes the phone call. He gets out of the door, closes the door, has time for tough guy talk.
Yep.
You're going to regret the decision for the rest of your life.
It's kind of a TGT LB because he's like, for what, 25 more seconds? Like he kind of calls it out.
And not only that, but it's also the militiaman. That's the same thing Stallone said.
You're gonna regret this the rest of your life. Both seconds of it.
Now they're recycling these lines. So that guy gets out of the cell, closes the door, spits the line, leaves solitary confinement, goes out the regular prison area through security. He signs out because you
got to sign out.
No, you got to sign out. You got to sign the thing.
You're not getting your cell phone back without it.
And then he's outside the prison in time to see the explosion, all within 25 seconds. I'm like, this dude that's Willie Beeman. He just literally Willie Beeman this shit.
Dennis Quaid could have never gotten out of there that quickly.
Never. This fucking Sean Astin digging a pool here.
Yeah.
30 seconds. You did all of that in 30 seconds. You didn't need that shot. It was very dramatic. Where's the bomb squad? You're looking at him. Okay. Oh, okay.
You've been a detective this whole movie.
You've been an Uber driver this whole fucking movie. Shut the fuck up.
Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on,
Fucking ass off. Ass on. Fucking ass off.
Michael Biehn Memorial Ass On Award. Jamie Foxx wasn't great. I'll say that.
Jamie Foxx. In my notes, I gave it to Jamie Foxx.
Ass on?
Ass on.
When he tries to be sad that Leslie Bibb.
Yeah.
No.
He's great in the first half of the movie. He's bad in the second half of the movie.
He's not happy about his daughter's recital.
His ass off during the recital. That's the true parent right there. Like, fuck, I gotta watch this shit. No, ass on either goes to the disembodied voice of the prisoner saying, oh shit, check this out. Or I would also give it to any one of the children.
Oh, Gerard's kid.
Yeah.
That kid's stupid. Yeah, give it to that kid. Ass on.
That kid that violently got murdered? Jesus, guys.
We didn't see the murder.
Well, you saw the pictures.
I'm like Jamie Foxx. I didn't see the pictures either.
Zach doesn't want to mess with his conviction rate, so he didn't check out the pictures.
Also, the daughter made a Nicholas for her mom.
Oh, that's my first note. Can we talk about my first note? Why is the bracelet... Why does she separate the name Heather after the third letter? It said H-E-A, and then she put a red bead and then T-H-E-R. Heather? What happened?
Heather.
Heather.
It took me 3 times of pausing the movie to look at it and be like, oh, I think she means Heather.
That kid's a bingo.
Maze, clip in Dumb and Dumber.
Will host annual host annual an annual meeting of the
It's a big one. International Preservation Society tomorrow night.
I was very confused with that. And I love the scene. That's another golden dumpster moment of the table when he's like, I'm going to saw you up. He's a tough guy talk the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
And I wanted to say, is it banter? But there was no back and forth because the guy was gagged.
No, it's just tough guy talk.
TGTLB. Like he's literally telling him what he's going to do. He's like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he throws them the pictures like they're going to be able to see you too. And I had Nickelback in my head the whole time.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
I was so horrified and confused that he put that picture of his wife and daughter on the mirror that I forgot to even play that drop earlier. So thank you, Nery.
Yeah, it's a toughie.
We talked about when he finally went through the pictures. Jamie Foxx finally went through the pictures. Another time, I was like, look at this photograph. I was like, oh my God, Jesus.
For the first time, here I am looking at this photograph. And I'm not laughing.
Jesus.
Carl Weathers Memorial Ass Off Award. Thought everybody was pretty solid, but Gerard Butler.
I kind of think it's Gerard Butler, and I never think he's good.
He had the highest highs.
Look, after the initial rape and murder of his family,
Rapra.
I think the last moment he's ass on is when he sees Darby shake hands with Jamie Foxx, and he's just staring at him with that dumb look on his face.
But from there on,
he
crushes it.
From 10 years later, he learned how to act.
Can we talk about how that scene, Sean asked him dig in a pool? You made a deal with the criminal. There's no way they parade that criminal who's now confessed out of the courthouse.
Not a chance.
To take a picture with the lawyer that made the deal. This has never happened.
With handcuffs on.
With handcuffs on.
Come on, Darby, you got to go to jail. Hold on, can I say what's up to Jamie Foxx first? I guess.
Me thinking Gerard Butler, and I never think he's good, it's the movie The Goods. We went into that thinking we're going to kill this fucking movie. Piven sucks. And then we loved it.
Oh, yeah.
The Goods was amazing.
Oh, for sure. But I went into it like, oh, I hate Piven. Him doing a comedy. I'm not into it. I think Piven's a tool.
I'm making love. It's like making love sucks.
That's what Gerard Butler getting ass off here was for me. I thought, oh, yeah, we'll give it to Jamie Foxx for ass off. We'll give ass on to Butler.
Johnny B. Good is another one that was like that. We thought Johnny B. Good was going to be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned out to be delightful.
I really give the ass off to Gerard Butler because of that scene where he plays timid in the interrogation and then he's leaving. It kind of reminded me of Ed Norton in Primal Fear, where he was like, where the fuck are you going? I'm not done with you.
Yes.
That flip, I was like, oh, this motherfucker's got his...
You might want to check what I said, attorney.
Check the tape. Oh, shit, this guy came to play. I was like, all right, okay. Yeah, that was ass off.
I think Viola Davis could have been in the mix, but I don't really understand why her character wasn't around earlier.
All in a day's work.
Yeah, probably.
She was great, but just not enough of her.
I don't think she was necessary. I don't think her character was necessary.
They could have expositioned the mayor's on our ass.
It could have been newscast position of martial law. They're giving shotguns to meter maids.
First of all, she was like, nobody's going out. Parents aren't taking their kids out. And I was like, but why? It's pretty obvious that they're only killing people related to this case.
These are targeted.
Yeah.
And White Power Bob. He wasn't related to the case. He died.
But again, he was a prisoner. It's kind of like when your friend says something stupid and he's like, oh, I think we're in trouble. Like, I think you're in trouble. Don't put me in this.
When Amin says, we've been a little misogynistic on this pod. I'm like,
Yeah.
Rico. He Rico'd us into that.
He did. He Rico'd us.
Allegation right there.
No.
All right, Gerard Butler, congratulations.
Shocking win, but a win nonetheless.
Is this the biggest upset in Cinephobe history?
Him going up against Jamie Foxx? Yeah, the Washington Generals just beat the Globetrotters.
Yo.
Jamie Foxx, fresh off an Oscar. Gerard Butler in the middle of his romantic comedy run. I would not have taken Gerard Butler, but there you go.
I saw that Gerard Butler was first cast. He was supposed to play the lawyer. And then Jamie Foxx read it and he's like, I want to play the lawyer. Would Gerard Butler be interested in playing the criminal? And then Gerard Butler's like, that would be interesting.
When we did the trivia, Nery, Gerard Butler apparently told 3 different versions of the story.
Yes.
All right, you got to pick one.
Which version makes me look the best?
Yes.
No, don't do that.
Which one can I get naked in?
His attorney's not going to be naked. All right, I'll be the bad guy.
Fine.
You're good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
Fit you like a baseball mitt, like a glove. I hope.
Golden Dumpster nominees. Nery, you had the Judge Boat Name Live Forever phone explosion, which was also a nominee that I had. And then Clyde getting his revenge on Darby with Poison's position when he pulls the trigger and it injects his hand and he tells him it comes from a blowfish.
That was so stupid.
Clyde deciding to get fully nude before the police arrest him. Clyde yelling at Judge Birch about the law in court, including, bet you take it up the fucking ass, bitch.
See you, Nick.
When he orders the steak and he wants all the trimmings and Nick says, fuck you and your palm free.
Yes.
Using a T-bone steak to murder someone and the robot attack at the cemetery.
Other nominees. Sarah, your legs are looking real good in those heels. And he says, why are you here? Your DVD player broken? So somebody killed the guy that you were trying to kill? What are we calling this? A clear violation of his 8th Amendment rights. Cruel and unusual punishment. Law school.
He's a cop. He's an Uber driver. He's practicing to go to law. And he's a bomb expert.
And bomb squad, yeah.
Tinkerer.
He does it all.
Why can't we get a movie about this guy? I want a movie with him.
Gerard Butler calling the dude with the not the whole thing voice. And he says, look out your window, the south side. And Darby goes to the wrong window. He says, south side. He's so annoyed. I believe those cots are bolted in. Well, that's what wrenches are for, dumbass.
That was the cop's contribution to the whole situation. He's being interrogated, which, by the way, interrogations are done by police officers, not lawyers. But, all right, fine.
We're in New Alcatraz, Nery. This is a different time.
His contribution is, they're bolted in. Oh, thanks for that. I appreciate that. You know, Nick just looked at him like, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up. I got this. Shut the fuck up, man. Bolted in, you asshole.
Zach, what do you got?
The entire courtroom, you're about to let me go. Bitch, what are you doing? I locked it in then. I revisited with the explosion of the cell phone that I thought was a gun shooting her for a second. But no, that courtroom scene is the best scene in the movie for me.
Maze?
Yeah, I like that scene as well. I'm going to choose him deciding to get fully nude before the police arrest him because I still don't understand why he did that. Unsolved Mysteries, a Cinephobe, C25 coming soon.
Tim telling the cops, I'm unarmed, or am I? Huh?
Zach, you stole mine, so I'm going to go with Sarah. Meh.
I really hope she said that. I'm gonna have to review this tape in about 3 months and we'll figure out if that actually happened or not.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Did you know that toxin is a real toxin, by the way? I looked that shit up.
Oh, really?
The pufferfish?
Yeah, the pufferfish. I was like, there's no way that's real. And that's a real thing from a pufferfish. I was like, oh, wow, these fucking guys.
It paralyzes you, but you feel all the pain.
Look, Nery, you think that the Tinkerer is using fake poisons? He didn't spend 10 years digging a goddamn tunnel to be using made-up poison, okay?
Anybody's a spy. I'm a spy.
He's a brain.
You just said that out loud? I'm a spy? That's the worst. That's Spy 101. First rule of spyhood. We're not spies. You don't say that shit out loud, man.
Before they give you a fucking gun, they're like, hey, don't ever say that you're a spy.
Yo, Maze, you got a clip. There's an episode of American Dad where Stan gets fired from the CIA and he applies to jobs.
I just don't think you're qualified.
But I've worked for the CIA for the last 20 years. Oh, you know what it must be? My CIA work isn't on there because it's classified. Here, talk to my boss.
Hi, this is Sean over at Buffalo Wild Wings Corporate. I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm sitting here with a Stan Smith who claims he worked for you. He did? Oh, is that right? Okay. Nice try, but that was clearly one of your friends. He gave me the old "now that I told you, I'm gonna have to kill you" joke.
Hi, Stan. You gotta stop telling people, Stan.
Well, Amin, you picked it, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I like that.
Phobe or file?
Hey, man, I don't have to. I don't have to tell you guys because Gerard Butler already told you all the trimmings, all the makings of a Cinephobe movie. There was no dull spots. The pacing was good. Gerard Butler won ass off, man. What more of a coup can you have? This is a strong, strong file.
Nery?
Nery, you're the guest. Let's go.
I've owned this in 3 different formats. Like, I don't know how to tell you. I didn't want to be like Roy and come on here and be like, file, but I really wanted to be like, file.
He's a law-abiding customer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Law-abiding listener, yeah. Maze?
Well, Zach, you filed it about
an hour ago.
35 minutes into the movie or something like that.
I had forgotten how fun this movie is. When Amin picked it, I did say file, but then as it started up, I was like, wait, I can't remember if this movie's actually good, because then I started confusing it with Gamer. And then about 30 minutes into this movie, I'm starting to remember everything now. This is over. It's a file. It's an easy file. I fucking love this movie. I might buy it on 3 different platforms now.
The only second guessing I did is when Amin told me the name of the movie that we're doing. I thought for sure this movie was over 40%.
Yeah.
And then when I saw that it was 25, I was like, oh no, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, because I have this thing on my podcast where we call it kid eyes, when you're looking at things from a perspective when you saw when you were a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we have this thing where we go, oh, is this kid eyes? Did I just not remember that this movie's not good? And I'm like, no, this movie's fucking good, man. But 25% is pretty low.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever saw this. I remember the trailers and I remember them giving almost everything away, and the idea that Gerard Butler is this all-seeing, omnipotent presence fucking with Jamie Foxx. What I didn't realize was that he was a sadistic supervillain. So when he starts sawing the dude's leg off and saws all his limbs off, his eyelids, cuts his penis off with a box cutter.
He made sure to say penis every time.
He only reserves the real bad words for the judge. It's like a bit of dick up.
A lot like Amin, pre-resolution. Yeah.
Broad.
So when that happens, that was an escalation that I really wasn't prepared for, because as we addressed, there's no good guy. So it was pretty confusing getting to the end of this movie and being like, did he win? Is this what we want? I don't really understand. But the run where he's giving the misleading answers in the interrogation and then he's outlawing the judge, it's a file.
Yeah.
Sweep it, boys.
Sweep it. Wow. Green sweep.
I like the fact that Gerard Butler literally could have just yelled, lawyer, you've been lawyered. He could have said that like 4 different times in the movie. He said that to the judge, lawyered.
Yes.
If you look at this past case, and he's like, lawyered. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy is great.
How I Met Your Mother.
By the way, in my notes, I wrote down Amin is going to call her a judgy hoe. Oh, no, judge, judgy hoe.
Judgy broad. What? Judgy broad.
Judgy broad. I didn't know the resolution.
Yeah, you didn't know the resolution. Yeah, for sure.
Judgy broad, judgy broad.
Judge Birch is dangerously close to a different name that Amin might call her. So,
nope.
But not this year.
There was a time during the pandemic where Amin and I were doing NBA radio. We had Mark Henry, the wrestler, on.
Oh, yeah.
There are times like, oh, this celebrity wants it. They're a big basketball fan or whatever, right? And they come on and they're like, what? LeBron plays for the Lakers? I'm a Lakers fan. I didn't know that. Mark Henry knew everything. Mark Henry is a Lakers fan. Like, he knew everything.
He was really good.
And so, Nery, I feel like you're in that Mark Henry zone of knowing that Amin was going to call her judgy broad and lawyer broad.
Judgy broad.
No, you actually listen to this.
Hold on. I didn't call her any of those things, though. What are y'all doing?
I didn't. Why would you take accountability for your jokes?
The boy who called broad.
The boy who called broad.
That was a soft Y on boy, by the way. That's not a...
Yeah. Fantastic, man.
Nery, what can we promote for you?
Dude, I have my new album comes out at the time of this recording. The new album's already out. So the new album just dropped. It's called Live in Miami or Live in Miami if you want to be a dick about it. It's available on iTunes and Amazon Music, everywhere you get your music. And then my comedy special, which is the video, which is different, not the same, is going to be later on and throughout the year. So just follow me on social media. My website is whatwashisname.com.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What was his name?
That's it. Nobody ever remembers.
Welcome to Cinephobe.
Yeah, welcome to Cinephobe.
By the way, dude, I know you're a Van Damme fan. Have you seen the JCVD movie?
Yes.
Yes.
I got to it late, but I saw it, yeah.
I saw it opening night.
Opening night?
In Sudan.
No.
Jesus.
Or he's never seen it. Never heard of it.
It opened in like a handful of theaters here. I was in San Francisco. I went and saw it. You guys know who I saw it with?
Your brother?
My brother.
Of course. Of course.
I was shocked because I knew that it wasn't a wide release. That's why I was like, opening night? What are you?
Yeah.
You're on JCVD's email list? How'd you hear about this?
I went there with my older brother, man. It's a recurring thing in Cinephobe. A lot of these movies.
You always see it with your brother. I know. I listen, dude. I'm telling you. I'll tell you the truth. I skipped the movies that I never heard, like the B movies that you guys do, like the ape movie that you guys just fucking did.
Hold on a second. Let's be respectful.
Attack of the Killer Ape. What is it? Was this the one that you just released?
Killer.
We did Ed. We did MVP.
It's MVP, right?
He's a hockey player. He didn't kill anybody.
Killer.
I mean, Ed was killing the game in baseball.
No one survived that game.
No one survived.
There was a most valuable primate. Was there one with a primate?
That's the one.
That's the one. I had never heard of MVP, so I didn't know, but I looked it up and like the cover was a monkey, right? A primate.
Yeah.
I'm out. I can't do that one.
Oh, no, it's so good. It's so good. No, he plays hockey. He's really good.
It's not so good.
I filed it.
I've only gone in the last like 6 months. I only started listening to when I met Amin. When I met Amin was like probably maybe a year ago. So I started listening to about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done Teen Wolf? I'm sure you have.
Done Teen Wolf 2.
Teen Wolf doesn't qualify.
My whole thing with Teen Wolf 2, ever since I was over the age of 20, I've always been like, Teen Wolf 2, he was a boxer. We have a wolf boxing? Like, there's no way. That's clearly performance enhancing. What is going? Like, I just thought that it reminded me because of MVP. I'm like, you have a kid that's a hockey player and does he turn into a primate? Is that what he does?
No.
Yeah, the full moon comes out.
He's a coke-addicted whore of a mother and a homeless,
okay,
unemployed father.
Okay.
But the primate comes in. The primate gets shipped up to Canada accidentally.
The primate's living in a treehouse and comes down and skates in front of him.
And plays hockey.
Okay.
And he's impressed.
And then it's really good and joins the team and they get to the championship.
You don't think that has any kind of through line with a werewolf boxing? Like there's a fucking primate playing hockey.
But this isn't someone turning into a primate. This is a straight up chimp.
Oh, so it's like Air Bud rules. Like it's not in the rule book.
Yes. It's actually from the company that made Air Bud.
The Air Bud production house.
Yes.
Is it really? Is it literally?
Yes.
It's literally Air Bud Productions.
Yes.
I thought I was just making a comparison. It's from the same makers.
It's dead on Air Bud Films or whatever.
That's fantastic. I listen to most of especially when it's a movie that I like, I was like, yeah, I'm in. You guys are great.
Appreciate that.
You know what's hard? I had to text Amin. I was like, hey, because I've listened to all these episodes and I kind of understand the gist of it, like ass on, ass off, whatever. Mm-hmm. But there's some that are so inside baseball. Like if you pick up this podcast at any point in time in the last year, you guys don't have a table of content.
We got a glossary.
We have an old glossary episode. We should update that.
Yeah.
TGTLB?
Yeah.
That's a new one, man. I'm in on that. I'm in on TGTLB.
I was like, this guy is so good because he called his shot. Every step, I'm going to get up, cock my right hand. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're going to tell him your hand and everything?
Yeah, split your hand open.
And then Gerard Butler's like, yeah, I got it. You're going to score. I got it. Just eat. Here's your food. Here's your food. Take the food.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm down to do any other podcast, bro. You let me know, man. I'm super down.
Appreciate that, Nery. Oh, this was fun.
You guys are super fun. Man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Send us your Fover file, your golden dumpster, ass on, ass off, horseman, pinnock, lift off, at Talk Hoops, at Darth Amin, at Corn Puzzle, at Cinephobe Pod, at Count the Dings. We're leaving that Discord, patreon.com/Count the Dings.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
Well, Zach, before we get to your next pick, and it is your pick, I think we got to lay the ground rules for what's happening going forward.
I want to update the system. I got a little inspired last week when you informed me that Amin and I have agreed on, well, I guess now 20 straight movies.
Yep.
Which is unsettling.
The last disagreement was the terrifying Killer Ape movie, MVP Most Valuable Primate.
I don't want to try to actively pick a movie just to get Amin to disagree with me. But we like systems here, right?
We do.
Maze, you and I can agree. Not on much, but we could agree here. The Daisy Chain was pretty fun.
I like the Daisy Chain.
We could bring the Daisy Chain back in an amended way where we could Daisy Chain themes.
Oh.
Things in the movie.
Oh.
We could do actors, directors, writers, but we should try to find a way to make it more of a a melding between the daisy chain and theme months.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm doing with my next pick. And that's the new system we're going to do for at least the rest of 2024.
Yeah. I'm excited for the premise, but I'm also excited for Zach's new explanation of the daisy chain.
Oh, shit.
Based on the themes.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah.
That's going to get weird.
I gotta say, Zach, the way you explained it, I felt like a bar owner before a stress test. And Tapper has just nailed something to the wall and let me know that every time we fuck up,
I'm going to cut one of these strings off the guitar.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what?
You could break with string, play a tune. You could break 2 strings and 3 strings. Sure. You get down to 2, maybe 1 string left. You're not playing that tune anymore.
Just a couple of examples off of this movie for one, right?
Mm-hmm.
A theme, obviously, prison. Prison, you could daisy chain off of that. You could daisy chain off of the city of Philadelphia if you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
You could daisy chain off of a word in the title. So if you wanted to do Citizen Kane,
right,
that's eligible off of this movie.
If I want to do an episode of LA Law.
What about Citizen Joe? Thank you, Canon Films. Clip it, Maze.
If you want to do part of the genre, you could do Vigilante West. You could incorporate that somehow into your next pick.
Forgot about that.
Or, and this is the one that I think, it requires both an intimate knowledge of the movie you're going to pick and the movie we've just done. But for instance, you could do a T-bone steak. If you could connect the T-bone steak to another movie, I think that's in play. So what is on your mind? What are you going to daisy chain off of, and what are you going to daisy chain to?
It's tough to find a bad movie that involves prison.
I'm telling you, man.
So I'm going to daisy chain with prison.
Oh,
okay.
Also, I'm not feeling like I want to enter the rental wars just yet. So this movie is available on Plex, Pluto TV, Crackle, Redbox, Tubi, Hoopla, Roku, Fubo.
Why don't you just tell me where I can't find it?
Tallywhacker, Ding Dong, Schlong.
One-Eyed Monster.
Penis.
It's also available on Prime Video, Peacock. It's daisy chaining with prison. It's our guy, JCVD.
Wow.
Boys, it's Lionheart.
Wow.
What?
Lionheart.
That qualifies?
You're not gonna call the cops?
39% on 18 reviews. It barely qualifies.
It went down.
But I can't risk Mike Massey or one of these fucks getting in there.
There must be a new review. Because I remember looking this up a couple of years ago, and it didn't qualify.
I mean, there's a new positive one.
December 2022.
That's a positive.
I know. Oh, well, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, I don't know.
Lionheart, JCVD.
Back in the clod. Back in the clod, boys.
Trapped in a closet.
Oh. Now, it's not petty thief Chris Dubois.
No.
Oh, man.
But his name is Lion.
No, it's not.
Lyon.
No, it's not.
An ex-French soldier begins participating in underground street fights in order to make money for his brother's family.
Oh, it's Leon. Leon Gautier.
IMDb says Lyon. Leon Gautier. Someone that I used to fight.
Why did I like that so much?